the script. They say classrooms are places where knowledge passes forward, but what if it also circles back? In 1998, in the bustling heart of Lima, Peru, a young teacher named Maria stepped into her first classroom. Chalk dust in the air, rows of desks filled with restless minds, and a nervous flutter in her chest. This was the day she had dreamed of since childhood. Raised by a humble mechanic father who always reminded her, "Education is a bridge you build, mija," Maria carried those words like armor. But life has a way of weaving threads we don't see. Among her students was a quiet girl named Elena, smart, composed, always lingering after class with curious questions that lit sparks in Maria's memory. Something about her was familiar. Over weeks, Maria grew fond of her. Elena's handwriting reminded her of old notebooks her father once kept. Her mannerisms, her thoughtful silence, echoes from somewhere Maria couldn't place. One afternoon during parent visitation day, Maria scanned the room and froze. A small elderly woman walked in with eyes so sharp they felt as if they saw through decades. She introduced herself simply, Madame Ortega, Elena's mother. Her voice held a tone Maria recognized, not from memory, but from her father's stories. After pleasantries, the woman looked around the classroom and smiled. "Oh, how time flies," she murmured. "I used to teach here, many years ago." That sentence hit Maria like a bell struck in a quiet hall. "You taught here?" The woman nodded. "I've taught many children in my life. One I remember fondly, a boy named Raul. He was bright, worked in a mechanic's shop after school, always said he'd give his daughter the education he never had." Maria's breath caught. Her father's name was Raul. The older woman looked closer, her eyes widening. "You're his daughter, aren't you?" In that moment, generations collapsed into a single classroom. The student was now the master. The teacher, who once formed her father's world, now sent her own daughter to learn from him, through Maria. A stunned silence passed between them, then a smile, gentle, awe-filled, threaded with shared history neither could have planned. Maria later told her father, and he wept. "Life is a wheel," he whispered. "You don't know when it brings you back to where you once stood." From that day on, Maria carried herself differently. Not just a teacher, but a link in a chain of learning stretching beyond her lifetime. She realized teaching isn't just forward motion. It is return, renewal, legacy. And sometimes, the most extraordinary classroom lessons aren't written in books, but in the invisible threads that bind lives together across time. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.